Welcome to my classroom. In this video, we are going to talk about the concept of a calculus concept called chain rule. So let us write down our concept first, which is chain rule. And it is used to find the derivative of some special functions. So let us take our basic formulas or notes first, and then we'll try to do one or two examples so that it makes more sense to you. So the first important point is going to be that chain rule is used to find the derivative of composite functions. Now, if you remember from pre-calculus, it's actually basically composite functions are the functions when one function is the input for another function. So let us say we have our parent function as f of x, and the g of x is actually a function that is used as an input for the function f of x. So I hope you remember that you worked on it in pre-calc. And then that's what chain rule is going to be used to find the derivative of. So basically your formula goes like this. If you have a function and there's another function that is an input for this one, you actually first write down your outside function with its derivative, but you do not do anything to the inside function. So you put your g of x as it is, like you had it here, but you find the derivative of your outside function times you multiply it by the derivative of your inside function. So the derivative of inside function will be g prime x. So let us go ahead and label our formula. Basically, it's going to be your derivative of outside function is this. Outside. So this f is going to be the derivative outside, and then you have your original function g of x as it is. Inside function, you don't do its derivative, remember? So that's going to be your inside function. And then your last piece is going to be your derivative of your inside function. So that's pretty much it. You can say there are three pieces of your formula: 1, 2, and 3. So hopefully the formula made some sense to you, and I promise with an example it should be crystal clear. So let us do an example on the next page, and you can pause the video and take notes wherever you feel like. I will go ahead and clear this page for now. Let us practice an example. So let us say in our first example, students, we have f of x, our function, is given as sine of 2x squared plus 4x, and we need to find its derivative. So basically your question is you need to find the derivative of f of x. So how you need to first identify your functions is basically if you can identify your f of x, your outer function is f of x, and your inside piece is your g of x. So it's important to identify that, and then now we'll just go ahead with the formula. So our formula was our f prime x, or this derivative can be written as, I just put my outside function and I do the derivative of outside. So if you remember from your formulas, d by dx of sine x is cos x. So you do the derivative of outside function, you just bring the inside piece as it is right here, and then times you do the derivative of your inside piece. So I can say it is the derivative of 2x squared plus 4x, which is your inside piece. So now your function, your answer will look like cos of 2x squared plus 4x times, you can calculate the derivative of this function using power rule. So this function we can use using power rule. The derivative will be 2 times 2, 4x plus 4. So now let us just write it in a nicer way. We can always bring 4x plus 4 piece first, and then cos of 2x squared plus 4x is the derivative of your given function. So I hope this made some sense for you, and then let us practice one more example. This was our example 1. We'll go ahead and practice example 2 here, and I'll make more examples videos in the future. I'll just go ahead and erase this page. All right, example 2. Example 2, we can take another function as y equals e to the power of 5x squared plus 7x minus 13. So this question does look a little complex, but if you remember from your formulas, d by dx of e to the power of x is e to the power of x. So this is one function whose integral and derivative is the same as the question. So not a lot to remember, here. So basically, you'll again have your f of x function, I would say, is this one, and your g of x is going to be your this one, this function. So let us write down y prime using chain rule. And our answer is going to be derivative of my f of x here. So derivative is going to be the same. So I'll just put 5x squared plus 7x minus 13 as my original function times the derivative of the g of x. So g of x is basically this one, this piece here. So I can write down 5x squared plus 7x minus 13. Now e to the power of 5x squared plus 7x minus 13 times, I can calculate the derivative as 5 times 2, 10, x plus 7. Derivative of constant is a 0, so that goes away. Now just we need to write our answer maybe in a better way. Usually they like to bring the chain piece first. Now why, students, it's called a chain rule is basically, as you can see, this little chain piece here. It's coming like a chain, a little link of the original function, and we are just adding it to the function. So I guess that's where they got the name from. So 10x plus 7 times e to the power of 5x squared plus 7x minus 13, my function. And then I think that will be our answer for the derivative of the given function. So I hope I made some sense with this concept, and you found it to be easy. And if you find a mistake, please do let me know, and I'll try my best to fix it. And I hope you had a good time learning the math in this. So like, share, subscribe, and thank you for your time in watching this video. I appreciate it. Have a good one, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.